the edge of the Sahara Desert, what matters is water. People in Niger have lived through cycles of drought, locust infestations, and sudden floods that have led to food insecurity and malnutrition in the early 1970s, the mid-1980s, 2005, and today. Rain-fed agriculture and livestock production account for nearly half the country's economy. So when rains fail and cereal production falls, there's not enough food to last between harvests. This year, the government says more than 7 million people do not have enough food. The UN World Food Programme is targeting more than 1.5 million people for a general food distribution and 500,000 children under the age of 6 for specialized therapeutic feeding. But in the southwest, along the river Niger, there's water for livestock and small-scale agriculture. People here sell their produce for higher prices when poor rains cut production in the interior. So how does Niger get to the root of the problem and end its cycle of hunger? Boosting agricultural production is far more difficult than handing out rice and beans. Richard Verbeek directs the operations of the World Food Programme in Niger.
When there's an emergency, usually the flow of contributions is more quick. The level is different. Now, if we turn to longer-term development activities, it's sad to say that the interest is going down, and the investments in longer-term activities is not the same or what should be expected. And I must say that within the UN system in Niger, that's one of the strong messages that we gave to the donors.
Boubacar Bello is president of Niger's National Chamber of Agriculture. He says people appreciate outside assistance, but realize it makes them no more food secure.
Tous ces remèdes-là, ce sont des remèdes de calmants.
Food assistance is medicine for the disease. It does not cure the disease itself. To truly cure the disease and have food security, water is necessary, and we must have good seeds that can adapt to the climate of the country.
Qui s'adaptent au climat de notre pays.
Bello says farmers in Niger know what they need to break the cycle of food insecurity.
Aussi, ce n'est pas à cause des pluies. Donc, nous aussi,
we cannot rely on the rainy season. Every year there is less and less. We have groundwater, but we don't have sufficient material to get access to it. People dig traditional wells that go as far as 100 meters or 120 meters without any machinery. That is not enough. We do not have modern fertilizers and improved seeds.
100 mètres, quelquefois 120 mètres.
Ibro Adamu is director of soil restoration at Niger's Ministry Against Desertification.
Nous essayons au moyen de techniques et de technologies appropriées, souvent simples.
We are trying to use simple, appropriate technology to rehabilitate degraded soil and extend the area for farming. We're also protecting some productive lands from becoming desert. In eastern parts of the country, we're reducing the amount of sand in streams to protect the source of water for farming.
Adamu says Niger also has agroforestry programs to combat desertification.
Les paysans l'ont adopté. La culture des arbres forestiers.
Farmers use agroforestry to control desertification and improve the fertility of their soil and help them have enough crops to protect themselves from food insecurity.
La production, lutter contre l'insécurité alimentaire.
The World Food Programme's Richard Verbeek has no doubt where development assistance can best be spent to stop the cycle of hunger.
Agriculture. Agriculture, livelihoods, something sustainable that can, address the root problems in Niger. And it's about time that there's a coalition to do that.
The military government that took power here in February says it's determined to improve agricultural production. Toward that end, it's sending a delegation to Brussels next week to ask the European Union to resume $450 million of assistance that was suspended during the previous government of Mamadou Tanja. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Niamey.